My roommate claims to be abuse novel heroine. My roommate calls herself an abuse novel heroine. I prepared back-to-school gifts for everyone in the dorm and she volunteered to choose hers last. Yet afterward, she posted about me on the confession wall, a campus online platform for public posts. Is this campus bullying? I just knew no one else wanted it, so they'd leave the leftover for me. When my boyfriend went to reason with her, she cried and started taking off her clothes. Male leads in abuse novels always realize their true feelings only after humiliating the heroine in every way. Humiliate me as much as you want, I'll definitely forgive you later. My boyfriend was so shocked that he swore at her and ran off unexpectedly. The scene of him swearing was filmed and posted online. My roommate live-streamed herself sobbing, claiming we ganged up to bully my boyfriend and even tried to sexually assault her. In the end, my boyfriend and I were poisoned to death, while she accepted sympathy from netizens and became an internet celebrity. When I opened my eyes again, my boyfriend and I had traveled back to the moment we first saw her, posting my back-to-school gift on the confession wall. I returned to the dorm and happened to catch Chi Ying taking photos of the gift ID given her. She was about to post me on the confession wall again. That's exactly how it started in my last life. She always called herself an abuse novel heroine. It was the new semester, and ID prepared identical gifts for each roommate, but Chi Ying insisted on being the last to pick hers. In my previous life, after giving out the gifts that day, went out with the other roommates. When we came back, Chi Ying had already taken photos and posted about me on the confession wall. Is this campus bullying? I just knew no one else would pick it, so they'd leave the leftover for me. Not only did she play the abuse novel heroine, but she also forced me to say my boyfriend was the abuse novel male lead. When I saw her falsely accusing me on the confession wall, my boyfriend went to tell her to delete the post, but she took off her clothes in front of him while crying, repeating, "Male leads in abuse novels always realize their true feelings only after humiliating the heroine in every way. Humiliate me as much as you want, I'll definitely forgive you later." My boyfriend thought she was crazy, ignored her, and turned to leave. No one expected this scene to be filmed and posted online. Chi Ying started a live stream, sobbing song Zixia thinks she's a rich young lady and bullies me non-stop. She even accuses me of seducing her boyfriend. But the truth is, her boyfriend doesn't love her at all. Their relationship is just a business marriage, no love at all. As you'll find out later, my boyfriend and I endured 6 months of online harassment. In the end, we were poisoned to death by an extreme netizen. Chi Ying gained a huge following, became a top internet celebrity, and made a fortune. Luckily, fate took pity on us both. My boyfriend and I were reborn. In this life, I'll turn Chi Ying into a real abuse novel heroine. If I don't make her suffer horribly, I'll never go by the surname Song again. After taking photos, Chi Ying pressed the gift to her cheek and started recording a video, including both herself and the gift. Where did this trend of preparing gifts for roommates at the start of the semester even come from? Not only do I have to waste time clarifying lies, but I also get accused of bullying. I stepped forward, and as Chi Ying's face froze in shock and disbelief, I kept going. Besides, all gifts are identical. What's the difference between picking first or last? If you hate it that much, just don't take it. I never forced you, he sneered. And don't flatter yourself, you could never repay the kindness I've shown you in 10 lifetimes. Not that I'd ever ask you to. Chi Ying's face turned bright red. That's so rude. You're humiliating me. In my last life, I didn't humiliate her at all. I even explained things privately and comforted her, but look how that ended. People like her don't deserve kindness. When the other roommates came back and saw the tense atmosphere in the dorm, they were stunned. What's going on? What happened? I laughed coldly. Someone's playing the abuse novel heroine again. She's saying we're all bullying her. I got gifts for everyone as a gesture of goodwill. Fire not worth much, and I never expected anything in return. But apparently, That's bullying now. She's saying you all pick the good ones, and left her the leftover, and she's filming a video right now. Who knows if she'll post it online or send it to someone. The roommates had long been annoyed with Chi Ying, but never said anything. Now that I'd spoken up, they all joined in. Chi Ying, didn't you tell us to pick first? The gifts are all the same. What's the difference between picking first or last? Moan roommate mocked. I thought you were the abuse novel heroine. Now you're acting like Lin Dayu, a famously fragile character from Chinese literature. Another added, I get it now, don't be nice to her, even giving her a gift backfires. A third said, she's just asking for it. The more you bully her, the happier she is. Someone else chimed in. We can't bully her. She'll post it online and get netizens to attack us. Let's just stay away from her from now on. Tears streamed down Chi Ying's face. You're all bullying me too much. Even if I'm an abuse novel heroine, you can't gang up on me like this. Why are there so many vicious female side characters in the world, and why do I keep meeting them all? I raised my hand and slapped her hard across the face. The crisp sound shocked everyone, including Chi Ying herself. After a moment of silence, she finally reacted. Song Zixia, you're bullying me too much. I couldn't help laughing at her pathetic, victimized look. Aren't you always saying you're an abuse novel heroine? Heroines like that exist to be abused. You should be thanking me. You just called us vicious side characters. So well, team up to abuse you from now on. We're just fulfilling your role. No need to thank us too much. The others burst out laughing. I hate you all. Chi Ying wooed her cheek, sobbing pitifully, just like a klitsch. Abuse novel heroine. Weak and useless. She didn't dare fight back. She pushed through the roommates and ran out. Crazy, one roommate said. Well, she is crazy. She should delete her social media apps, otherwise she'll keep waiting for us to regret treating her badly and beg for her forgiveness. A common trope in abuse novels. I laughed at my roommates' jokes, but I knew Chi Ying wouldn't let this go. Sure enough, soon after, I saw her post on the confession wall. Chi Ying was mocked by her roommates and slapped. Is my fate really this miserable? When will I finally see the light at the end of the tunnel? Someone commented below. Are you being bullied by your roommates? Chi Ying replied. I'm used to it. I immediately called the roommates over. Let's all post. Tasha's not the only one with a phone, so my roommates and I posted together. And we also commented under Chi Ying's post. Abuse novel heroines shouldn't post online. They're supposed to endure silently. You're not a real abuse heroine. Stop treating everyone like fools. No one likes you. Maybe you should reflect on yourself. Heads up, everyone stay away from this person. She keeps calling herself an abuse novel heroine and labeling everyone else as vicious side characters. Don't let her use you. Friendly reminder. This person is mentally unstable. If you don't believe me, try being friends with her. Not only our roommates, but also our classmates commented below her post. She's always been acting weird in class, and we never thought she'd be even worse in the dorm. Song Zixia and the others are really unlucky to have such a roommate. It's a pity, though post got taken down by Chi Ying before it could gain much traction, but now, with her reputation in tatters, fewer and fewer people are willing to doddy her. I let out a slight sigh of relief, but I knew this wasn't the time to let my guard down. Just then, my phone rang. It was my boyfriend Ji Shuyan calling. As soon as he saw me, he pulled me into a tight hug, his voice trembling as he repeated my name over and over. My body stiffened suddenly, and I couldn't hold back the excitement in my heart. You've been reborn too, haven't you? He asked in disbelief. Ji Shuyan's body froze too. He held my shoulders and gently pushed me away, staring at me in shock. You too. He pulled me back into his arms, his voice turning firmer. That woman is nothing but trouble. Stay away from her first. Apply for a dorm transfer. If that doesn't work, well, rent a place off campus. I'm fine, but you. I pulled out of his embrace, my expression serious. Shez dead set on you being the abuse novel. Male lead shall never let go of any chance to target you. You have to be careful. Ji Shuyan nodded, then suggested solemnly, should we find a doctor to check her head? I burst out laughing. To be honest, I suspected she had a mental issue before. But Shez way too good at looking out for her own interests. Someone with real mental problems couldn't pull that off. Maybe Shez just pure evil abuse. Novel heroine. I murmured these 4 words to myself, making up my mind. After lingering with Ji Shuyan for a while longer, I returned to the dormal. My roommates were there, except Qi Yingying. Soon, Qi Yingying came back too. As soon as she walked in, she bowed deeply to everyone. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. I've taken your words to heart, and I'll change. Please give me another chance to be your friend. My roommates and I exchanged glances, but none of us spoke. Qi Yingying straightened up, looking at us with what she thought was a divine gaze. We're all in the same dorm, shouldn't we get along well? We're from all over the country, and here, we're like family. This is our fate, and I think we should cherish it, she said. Then smiled, and announced, from now on, I'll take care of all the dorm cleaning to make up for what I did. Are you all satisfied? I let out a chuckle. We wouldn't dare. Just don't accuse us of bullying you later. Qi Yingying took a deep breath and said earnestly, I won't, never again. And true to her word, she started cleaning, seriously scrubbing every nook and cranny of the dorm. Even catching a few small bugs. One roommate whispered to me, did she really turn over a new leaf? Like that's possible, I whispered back. Mark my word, she'll be up to her old tricks again in a few days. But I didn't even have to wait that long. Right after cleaning, Qi Yingying posted another message on the confession wall. Qi Yingying, if my tolerance can bring peace to the dorm, I'm willing to bear it all. Thankfully, this was just her self-indulgent drama. Her previous post had already spread, and now the whole school knew what kind of person she was. No one was saying our dorm was ganging up to bully her anymore. Of course, I knew this wasn't the end. Qi Yingying definitely had more tricks up her sleeve. At first, she even took charge of buying the dorm's toilet paper. My roommates were happy at first, at least they didn't have to do it themselves. But she only kept it up for 2 days before turning her attention to me. Song Zixia, since you're the class monitor, shouldn't you help out too? I glanced at the mop in her hand. Didn't you say you'd take care of all the dorm chores? What does that have to do with me being monitor? Qi Yingying frowned, putting on a righteous, daring to speak up against injustice act. I did say that, but as the class monitor, you're supposed to serve the whole class. I shrugged and went back to taking notes. Qi Yingying deliberately made loud clattering noises in the dorm, as if disturbing my study was her way of getting back at me, but she didn't stop doing the chores. I thought to myself, if she could keep this up, even if she kept rambling about being an abuse novel heroine, it wouldn't be so bad. But when the whole class was preparing to buy class uniforms for the school's anniversary celebration, she spoke up. Song Zixia, you're the monitor, you should pay for the class uniforms. Everyone's eyes turned to her. Emboldened by the attention, she added, am I right, everyone? A classmate couldn't hold back a laugh. Even a interactive segment here. I stood up. Well, vote for the class uniform stylets. Settle that. Just transfer the money to the class treasurer. Later, Qi Yingying sneered. As the monitor, you won't even spend money on class uniforms for your classmates. And here I am, doing all the dorm cleaning every day. Guess I just wasn't born as lucky as you. He smiled faintly. You're righty. I am luckier. I'm the wealthy female lead, and you're the poor, miserable abuse novel heroine. Happy now? Qi Yingying's face flushed. She took a deep breath, and tears instantly welled up in her eyes. Song Zixia, you are luckier, but I'm not someone to be pushed around either. With that, she walked out. What's her problem? My deskmate muttered. If Therese nothing else, class is dismissed, I said. then stayed behind with the class treasurer to calculate the money for the uniforms. Someone shouted from the door. Is the counselor here? For something. I looked up, but didn't see the counselor, only heard his voice. It's nothing to do with you. I'm here for Song Zixia. He walked in. A few steps, with Qi Yingying following behind him. For a moment, I Huanghu edited Qi Yingying's face look a little like the counselor's. Before I could think more about it, the counselor was already in front of me. Song Zixia, he made you class monitor to serve your classmates, not to bully them, he said. I stood up. Counselor, I didn't bully anyone. The counselor frowned tightly. Qi Yingying told me everything. She's been doing all the dorm cleaning these days, and your whole dorm has been bullying her. How can you say you didn't? If you can't do the monitor's job properly, someone else will. I remembered. When the monitor was being elected, the counselor had clearly wanted Qi Yingying to take the role, had called her name directly in class, but I raised my hand and said I wanted to run too. Since I got more votes from the classmates, the counselor had to announce me as monitor. Back then, Qi Yingying had even said, it's Venegas, that's the fate of an abuse novel heroine, never getting what she wants. Now, it seemed the counselor still intended to hand the monitor position to Qi Yingying. The classmates had all come back. Just as I was about to explain, one of them spoke up. Counselor, Qi Yingying just told Song Zixia to pay for all the class uniforms by herself, saying it's what the monitor should do. Song Zixia only talked back a little. Song Zixia then quit being monitor. Song Zixia, let Qi Yingying take over, and while we're at it, get the class uniform money back. Let Qi Yingying, the new monitor, pay for it. I smirked. Fine by me. Counselor, tell the class treasurer to refund everyone right now. I'll step down as monitor. And Qi Yingying can take the spot. Is that cool with you? The counselor's face went rigid. He glared at me, then flicked a glance at Qi Yingying, pressed his lips tight, and snapped. Is that the point? Why'd you make Qi Yingying clean the dorm alone? You rambled on about fairness earlier. From now on, you do all the dorm cleaning by yourself. Back in the dorm, Qi Yingying swanned right up to me. Song Zixia, the counselor said you're on dorm cleaning duty. Now, tough luck, I guess, she said, looking so smug it made my blood boil. He grabbed her hair, dragged her to the bathroom, and shoved her head straight into the mop bucket. Ah, she screamed and thrashed, but her cries gurgled into silence as water filled her mouth. I let go, wiped my hands, and said, you're the dirtiest thing in this dorm now. You're finally clean. She retched over the sink for ages, heaving up all the dirty water she'd swallowed. Her hair clung to her face in soggy clumps, muck dripping from her eyebrows and lashes. Her eyes were red and puffy from throwing up. She looked a total mess. Guess you're still not clean enough, I said. I stepped back, grossed out. Go brush your teeth and shower. You're disgusting. Qi Yingying bit her lip so hard it whitened, looking like a wilted flower beaten by rain. Fragile, but weirdly stubborn. Karma's real. Song Zixia, you'll regret this. Half an hour later, a WeChat from the counselor popped up. My scholarship eligibility was revoked, so this is my punishment, I thought, but every classmate saw I did nothing wrong. Why was the counselor always siding with her? Were they related? I texted Ji Shuyan. Can you dig up the link between our counselor and Qi Yingying? He's obsessed with favoring Harry. Bet their family, he replied. Head check ASAP. Friday evening, Ji Shuyan rode home with me. On the way, he said, Qi Yingying's the counselor's daughter? He wasn't shocked with how he coddled her. They had to be close. But what did blow my mind was his next line. She's his love child, or counselor's, a homewrecker. Never would have guessed. Hey, acts like such a model teacher. Said grinning. With this dirt, I know how to take them down, but it's not enough yet. I batted my eyes, leaning closer. Babe, I need a tiny favor. Ji Shuyan glanced at the driver. Faka glared at me, and whispered rough behave. After getting out, He tugged me to the neighborhood's flower corridor empty. He cupped my cheeks and kissed me hard, like he was scared he'd never get to again. Shuyan gently pinched my cheek, his gaze burning into mine. I hugged his waist. That's why we gotta fight back, not just sit and take it. Ji Shuyan turned serious. What do you want me to do? Nothing big, just hang around. Chi Yingying a little more, he said. He hated it. But he always listened. Monday, he accidentally waited for me outside the dorm. He held my phone. And out the corner of my eye, I saw Chi Yingying peek over. I muttered loud enough for her to hear. Why's Shuyan here? Sure enough, she stared. Right at me, a roommate asked. He's your boyfriend, he misses you. I flopped onto my desk. I don't want to go down, but he won't leave, so annoying. I told him to bug off. Chi Yingying jumped up. I gotta go out for a sec. Whore, you gonna snitch too? I teased. She rolled her eyes and left. I waited a minute, then followed. As soon as I stepped out, I heard her tell Ji Shuyan, Song Zixia said she won't come down, and that you're annoying. I just didn't want you waiting for nothing. Ji Shuyan shot me a quick look, reminded by me. He forced a stiff smile. Thanks, you're really sweet. I barely held in a laugh and ducked back. His acting was cringe, but Chi Yingying ate it up. She stared at him, then suddenly started sniffling, lowering her voice so no one else heard. She said, "Can we talk somewhere private?" I was about to rush over when Ji Shuyan said, "Sure." He texted him, panic. Did you forget how she framed you last life? No reply. I called. He hung up. I fumed for minutes until Ji Shuyan sent a video. In it, they were in an empty grove. Chi Yingying sobbed. Ji Shuyan, I know you don't believe me, but I'm your fated girl. She sniffled, voice wobbly but determined. Dad was never around. Mom was always busy. She spent more time with her students than me. I had to fight for everything, even love. Life's always unfair to me. Our love'll be so hard. I know you'll hurt me again and again, but we'll end up together. So no matter how mean you are, Shuyan, I'll wait forever, and I'll forgive you always. That's an abuse novel heroine's fate. Accept it. Ji Shuyan nodded. Got it. After watching, he texted, I had someone follow us to film. We've got proof. Chill. Finally relaxed. Now I got her. Her abuse novel heroine thing was from her messed up family. Like she said, she fought for everything, and thought life was unfair. But seriously, what unfairness? She was born from an affair. The real victim was his legal wife. Later, Chi Yingying came back. I looked up, and her eyes were fiery like Tian Xiaokao, a super tough Chinese drama character, like everyone owed her an apology. She marched over. Song Zixia, free this weekend, time to end our feud. Sure gonna end me, I joked. Curious, not like that. She hurried to say, I just wanna ask you out, let's clear up our misunderstandings. I nodded. Sure, I'm free this weekend. Chi Yingying hesitated for a second, then added, you can bring your boyfriend too, more people make it livelier. I laughed and agreed without hesitation. On the weekend, Ji Shuyan and I went to the spot we'd agreed on with Chi Yingying. There was a coffee truck nearby. Go buy 3 cups of coffee, please, Chi Yingying suggested to Ji Shuyan. He didn't reply right away, so I chimed in. Go ahead, I want coffee, too. Only then did Ji Shuyan leave. As Chi Yingying watched Ji Shuyan walk away, she suddenly shoved me hard. I dodged nimbly, stepping back quickly. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a huge wooden crate teetering on the awning of the building behind Harriet. Looked like it was about to fall any second. I stepped back several more paces to get far away from the crate. When I finally stood still, I saw Chi Yingying sit down right under the crate. She stretched out one leg and clutched a thin string so thin you could barely see it. With a slight tug, the crate came crashing down, hitting her leg square on. Blood immediately started gushing out. When Ji Shuyan came back with the coffee, this was what he saw. Chi Yingying sitting on the ground, holding her wound and looking up at him with tears in her eyes. I know you won't believe me, but I really pushed Song Zixia to save her, she said. She struggled to stand up. Fine. I'll go first, she mumbled, then limped away. I looked at Ji Shuyan, who was holding 3 cups of coffee. We were both stunned. Ji Shuyan stared at her retreating back. What's she playing at this time? Should I remind her to check her brain when she goes to the hospital for her leg? Suddenly, I remembered those male lead regrets, chases back his lover, a popular trope where the male lead mistreats the female lead, then regrets it deeply. Novels I'd read before. There's always a classic scene. The female lead saves the female side character, but gets misunderstood by the male lead as being cruel, then she leaves quietly without mentioning. She's also hurt. She's way too into this role. Shuyan handed me a cup of coffee, then called out to the side, come out. His buddy ran over from the nearby woods. Got everything on tape. What's wrong with her? I was scared for a second. Thought she was gonna attack Song Zixia. Ji Shuyan stuffed the other 2 cups of coffee into his buddy's hands, then took mine. We've got enough evidence. Now, don't meet her alone again. She's a ticking time bomb. He nodded, agreeing to come out with Qiying. This time was risky, and we owed it to his buddy that nothing worse happened. This self-proclaimed abuse novel heroine was so deep in her role that she only hurt herself instead of others. On Monday, Qiying limped into school. Whenever someone asked what happened, she'd say loudly, I got hurt saving Song Zixia, then she'd force a bitter smile and add, never mind. I know you won't believe me. She did this with everyone who asked. And soon the whole school knew Qiying got seriously injured saving Song Zixia. We had enough evidence, so Ji Shuyan ignored her, but she ran up to him and yelled, you just refuse to believe me, don't you, Ji Shuyan? Do you really think I'm a total villain in your eyes? Later, Ji Shuyan complained to me, I really want to tell the whole school. I don't even know her well. I patted his shoulder to comfort him. It's humiliating having to deal with Harry. You've had it tough, stuck with a nutjob like that. Just then, my phone rang. It was the counselor. As soon as I walked into his office, he started yelling at me. Song Zixia, normally I wouldn't interfere with things that happen off campus, but you're my student, and Qiying's my student too. I can't ignore your conflict, he went on. How can you be so heartless at your age? Look what you did to Qiying. If she ends up disabled because of you, can you take responsibility? He slammed his fist on the desk. Well, what are you gonna do about this? I lowered my head, pretending to be upset. But Qiying herself said she got hurt saving. Might's not my fault. The counselor narrowed his eyes. How can you say that? If she hadn't saved you, you might be the one with a broken leg, right? Now, and you're still being sarcastic, he added. I have to report this to the school. Song Zixia, get ready, you might get expelled. Counselor, sorry, I said, putting on a panicked look. What if I apologize to Qiying? I'll do it properly. I'll apologize to her in front of all the teachers, students, and school leaders at the anniversary celebration. Please give me a chance. The counselor just wanted to vent his anger for his daughter, and didn't want the mess to escalate, which might expose their relationship. So when he heard my offer, he pretended to hesitate for a moment before agreeing. The school anniversary was bustling, and there was an evening gala in the auditorium. As the show was about to end, the counselor pulled me aside. What are you waiting for? Go up and apologize now? I nodded, walked up to the stage, and said something to the host. He handed me the microphone. I stepped forward and bowed. Dear leaders, teachers, and classmates, sorry for taking up your time. A few days ago, when Qiying and I went out, she got hurt. Saving me first, I want to thank Qiying. Second, I want to apologize for the misunderstandings we've had before. I paused, then added, Qiying is always helping others, so I collected some clips of her daily life. Let's watch them together. As soon as I finished speaking, Qiying's face appeared on the big screen behind me. It was the video of her talking to Ji Shuyan in the empty wood, saying she was his fated lover and rambling about her family. Is she the mistress? Someone shouted from the audience. The school leaders' faces turned grim. The counselor's face went as white as a sheath. Rushed up, yelling, turn it off now. But I shrugged. I don't have the remote. Chi Yingying also limped up. Song Zixia. What are you doing? Even if I'm an abuse novel heroine, you can't treat me like this. Then another video played on the screen this time. Everyone clearly saw Chi Yingying holding the string and yanking the crate down onto her own leg. The audience erupted. Is she crazy? Why would she hurt herself? She must be mentally ill. Song Zixia, the counselor roared. "I told you to turn it off, you bitch." Sharp middle-aged woman's voice cut through the noise. Ji Shuyan immediately turned off the video. A well-dressed middle-aged lady led a group of people striding in. She pointed at the counselor and ordered, "Beat him up, don't hold back." The counselor gasped in shock. And in the next second, he was pinned to the ground. The lady then walked up to the principal and knelt down in a gesture of protest. "How can you expect good students when you hire a homewrecker as a counselor?" She pointed at Chi Yingying. "And his daughter's here too. Did she even get into this school fairly? I highly doubt it." The principal's face turned green. "We will investigate this thoroughly. Please take your people and leave. All the students are watching." The lady let out a cold laugh, glanced at the counselor whose clothes were almost torn off and left with her group. Students who loved a drama swarmed around, some pulling out phones to record. "No wonder Chi Yingying wants to be a mistress, the daughter of one," someone said. Chi Yingying bit her lip in humiliation, tears streaming down her face, and ran off. Even her own mother didn't care about her. The counselor scrambled to his feet, using his tattered clothes to cover himself while waving people away. "Scram, stop filming." It wasn't until the principal roared that the crowd dispersed. Despite the school's tight cover-up, students still leaked the videos online. The scandal blew up, and the school, desperate to save face, finally announced the counselor's dismissal. Chi Yingying and the counselor secretly tried to find out who'd helped me play the videos. Ji Shuyan stepped forward himself. "I played the videos. And it was my idea." The Ji family had donated 2 buildings to the school, so the principal could only say, "Don't do this again," and let it slide. "Got it, principal," Ji Shuyan and I said in unison. Outside the admin building, Shuyan frowned. "That mother and daughter won't let this go. Be extra careful, don't go off campus lately, and come home with me. No solo trips." He pulled out his phone and called his dad. "Send a few bodyguards to protect your future daughter-in-law." After he hung up, I teased, "Is all this really necessary?" He shot me a cold look. "Did you forget what happened? In our last life, I fell silent. Would that extreme netizen poison Chi Yingying this time? In our past life, Chi Yingying had used the scandal to become an influencer, and the netizen who'd poisoned Shi Shuyan and me was her fauna total lunatic. I remember the netizen's username was Dragon Proud Sky, a cliché name for over-the-top male leads in Chinese web novels, and tried to recall their profile picture. I spent over 3 hours searching on social platforms before finding their account. "I'll have someone look into them," Ji Shuyan said. I thought his people would find info quickly. But a week passed with no leads. This person was surprisingly secretive. Just then, Chi Yingying showed up. "Song Zixia, why are you doing this to me? If anything happens to my mom, I'll never forgive you." I scoffed. "You ran off and left your mom that day. Didn't hear you complaining then. And I didn't make your mom be a mistress. Go yell at her, not me." I leaned in. "Actually, you should go find your dad, the one who cheated. A cheating dad and a mistress mom, that's perfect abuse novel heroine setup. Beg his legal wife, maybe shall spare your mom." Tears poured down Chi Yingying's face, making her look pitifully broken. "My dad won't acknowledge me anymore. Mom's all I have left," she sobbed, then knelt down. "Just help Mesk Ji Shuyan to talk to that lady. Shall give the Jai family face, and let my mom go. I'll kneel here forever if I have to." Suddenly, it started raining. I ran into the neighborhood. But when I looked back, Qi Yingying was still kneeling there, another classic abuse novel scene. I'd just changed clothes at home when Ji Shuyan called. We found him. You'll never guess, Dragon Proud. Sky is Pei Shen, the illegitimate son of the Pei Group's chairman, and Hez, a psychopath. It clicked. No wonder he'd been so hard to track down with the PI family's power. He could cover his tracks, so that's why he dared to poison us last life, I said, grinning. I have a plan. I grabbed an umbrella and went back to the neighborhood gate. Qi Yingying was still kneeling there. I bent down and held the umbrella over her. Qi Yingying, get up. She shook her head. Not until you help me. I sighed, raising my voice to be heard over the rain. I can't help. The legal wife's family is way too powerful. Even the Ji family can't talk her down. The only one who can match her influence is the Pei family. The Pei family. Qi Yingying's eyes lit up. I knew she'd taken my hint, so I said nothing more and left with the umbrella. Soon after, she finally got up and left too. I didn't see Qi Yingying again for a month until Mid-Autumn Festival, when I accompanied Ji Shuyan to a cocktail party. There she was, dressed in luxury, her jewelry glinting from across the room. She had her arm linked with a man's, chatting pretentiously with guests. I recognized him instantly. Pei Shen, the psychopathic illegitimate son, same man who'd poisoned Ji Shuyan and me in our past life. Ji Shuyan squeezed my hand reassuringly. I'm here. I took a deep breath and smiled. He whispered something in his ear, then pulled away from his arm and walked over. Hi, Qi Yingying, long time no see. Qi Yingying and Pei Shen turned around. She clung tighter to his arm, sneering. Song Zixia. Me mom asked me to say hi. Congrats, me moms. Out now, must have cost young Master Pei a fortune. Huh. He smiled at Pei Shen. He looked a little odd, but overall, he was handsome with a strong presence. He just nodded at me. Young Master Pei, Qi Yingying, and I are classmates. Can I talk to her alone for a minute? I asked politely. Pei Shen nodded again, and Qi Yingying followed me to a corner. She scoffed. Now that I'm with young Master Pei, you're here to suck up. I finally know he's my male. Led thanks to you actually, without a word. I splashed the wine in my glass onto her face. Ah! Qi Yingying shrieked. Song Zixia. What are you doing? Pei Shen strode over, pulling her into his arms and glaring at me fiercely. Qi Yingying's always saying she's an abuse novel heroine. And you're her abuse novel male lead, I said, grinning. I'm just playing the vicious side character. It's what I'm supposed to do. Right? Pei Shen said nothing. He just led Qi Yingying away. Meanwhile, the internet trolls Ji Shuyan and I had hired went into action, spreading Pei Shen's background, including his psychopathy, across all platforms. We also wrote dozens of cheesy abuse novels, with Qi Yingying and Pei Shen as the leads. The scandal blew up so much that PA Group's stock price plummeted. It came as no surprise when Mr. Pei, the chairman, confined Pei Shen to his home, and it was just as expected. When Pei Shen took his anger out on Qi Yingying, he was a psychopath. After all, but in my plan, Pei Shen should have already poisoned Qi Yingying by now. That's how he'd killed Ji Shuyan and me in our past life. What caught me off guard was that Pei Shen had actually removed one of Qi Yingying's kidneys and destroyed her voice. He did use poison, though not on us but on our former counselor, who was now dead. Qi Yingying herself told me all this. She called from the hospital, her voice harsh and gravelly, begging to see me. Ji Shuyan went with me to the hospital. The moment she saw us, Qi Yingying screamed in that ugly voice, "Why are you doing this to me? In our past life, it was Pei Shen who killed you too, so why are you targeting me?" Ji Shuyan and I were both stunned. Qi Yingying had also regained her memories from our previous life. I took a deep breath, gripping Ji Shuyan's hand tightly. "Since you remember everything, you should know, if you hadn't spent every day calling yourself an abuse novel heroine and framing Shuyan, Pei Shen would never have poisoned us. No, Pei Shen killed your mom, took your kidney, and ruined your voice. Don't tell me you're gonna forgive him and have his kids like they do in those abuse novels. He's a psychopathy you have. The evidence don't you? I paused, then said softly, Chi Ying. You're not an abuse novel heroine. You could be the lead of your own story too. Chi Ying looked up at me, her eyes filled with tears. The lead of my own story. I said nothing more, just pulled Ji Shuyan and left. A few days later, news of Pei Shen's murders spread across all platforms. Chi Ying started a live stream to expose his crimes. The stream was taken down quickly, but the police were still alerted. To save the Pei group, Mr. Pei, the chairman, chose to sacrifice Pei Shen. It turned out Pei Shen had more than one murder on his hands. The police launched a thorough investigation. Pei Shen, now in custody, would never get out. He was facing the death penalty. As for Chi Ying, he never saw her again after that. The Pei family would never let her go unpunished. A year later, I heard the verdict on Pei Shen's case. Death penalty. The day he was executed, the weather was perfect, sunny and clear. A Monday, Ji Shuyan and I walked to school together, the sun shining down on us. We held hands, or shadows on the ground pressed close together. The end.